place. How have you found the club?
I love it. Everyone's been really welcoming. The girls and the coaches and the staff, everyone's kind of taken me in quickly, so that's been really nice. Great support around the club, and it really does seem like everyone's one big happy family, so that's pretty nice.
Just talk to us how then the move came about. How did you join Glentoran?
So it's kind of a funny story. A couple years ago, I was playing in Australia, and I have a teammate there who played with Kelly Bailey in college, so years and years ago, and somehow they connected, and she must have asked my teammate if she was interested in coming to play for Glentoran, and this was 2 years ago. And my teammate passed my information along to Billy. So Billy got in touch with me in 2017, and at the time, timing didn't work out, and I decided to go play in Sweden last year. And this year, actually on a trip to Belfast, it popped into my head that there was a team here that I knew. And this spring, when I was getting back into deciding what it was that I was going to do this year, I shot Billy an email, and he was still interested, and that's how it happened.
And obviously you touched on there, playing in Sweden and playing in Australia. Just talk us through your background and your playing background, who you've played for.
Yeah, so most recently in Sweden I played for a team called IK Uppsala in the Elite 10, that's the league over there. It's just about a half hour north of Stockholm. The year prior I was on a team called Peninsula Power, that's outside of Brisbane, Australia. Prior to that, I was on the Boston Breakers reserves team, that's Boston, Massachusetts in the US. And prior to that, I took about 5 years off of competitive football, so a bit of a breather in there. And before that, I was at university at Penn State, where I played for 4 years.
What do you make then of the standard here so far since you've been in Northern Ireland?
The standard of football, I think it's pretty technical, which is nice. Or you see that all the girls on the team can do a pretty good job in terms of how they play the ball, and I think that they're smart players. Even though I do think the game's a bit more direct here than what I'm used to. We like to win the ball and get it forward as quickly as we can, so that's a little bit different because I've been on some possession-based teams in the past. But it's been working so far, so I think we just continue to go with it. It's a little bit challenging, I think, because we can only train together 2 times a week, and in other places sometimes the teams get a bit more of an opportunity to train together, which I think is obviously great. It's good for chemistry and it's good for things on the field. But despite that, it seems like the girls on the team do really well together on the pitch and off the pitch, so I think despite that it's only a couple times a week, we do a pretty good job with it.
And how have you found Northern Ireland then as a whole, just being here and living here and socialising?
The socializing is fine. I find the people are great, really welcoming, friendly, funny. I've been made fun of a lot, which I've heard is a good sign. That means that people like me, I guess. I don't know. The only thing that's not great is the weather sometimes, but I don't think you come to Belfast for the sunshine, so I knew what I was getting into. But the people have really been welcoming. I mean, across the club, everyone's been wonderful. The team's been wonderful. And then just people that you meet, everyone's been great.
And you're here obviously for the remainder of the season. How do you see the season panning out? What's your objectives individually and collectively as a team?
Sure. Well, I think as a team, the goal is to win the league and to win the cups that we're in. I think there's 3 of them, and that's the goal. I mean, that's, when Billy and I were having this conversation earlier this spring, the goal was to come in, help the team, win the league, win the cups, and that's what we want to do. And I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to help the team get there. In terms of personally, I just want to make sure that I'm doing my job day in and day out for the team, and being someone that they can rely on. I'm on the older side, I think, so I've got a bit of experience, and that's really great with some of the younger players, so hopefully it can help mentor them as well. So in addition to on the field helping them, I'm also coaching our under-19 team, so just really trying to make an impact with them as much as I can.
I was going to ask you next obviously about the youth side. We've seen a lot of young girls progress up from the Glentoran Academy. What have you made of them as teammates, and then obviously from the coaching side, from taking the 19s team?
Well, it's pretty funny when you go from coach to teammate with them, so the vibe changes. I mean, it's very new. I've only been with them for one match so far, but I think it's good. I actually think it's nice to be in the coaching position with them as well, because then they do sort of look at me in a different way, like, oh, maybe she does know what she's talking about. So that's great. I think there's a lot of potential in the girls, and the academy does a good job preparing them for the next level. And the under-19 team is a great opportunity for them to get minutes in, so they're getting prepared to be pulled up. And then for our players that maybe haven't gotten a lot of time to get in and play some matches. So I think it's a really nice setup for them.
And what do you make of the structure as a whole then in Northern Irish football? How do you feel that professionalism is in terms of how the league is ran so far that you've been here, and the media coverage?
Well, the media has been great. I think it's fantastic that so many of our matches are streamed, especially when I have family, across the oceans who can tune in and watch our games. It's absolutely incredible. And it's nice that you're putting in the effort for the women's side, because you don't always see that. In terms of the professionalism elsewhere, it's been 4 games really, so I'm really only just starting to see how everything's done, and it's been a mix of cup games and league games, so I'm really still seeing how everything's developed, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, just fine. I like the structure a lot of the league. I like promotion, relegation. I think it's the best way to do things, and I think also it's outstanding that if we win this league, you get the opportunity to go to Champions League, so there's a really clear path for playing, and there's really a good reason to show up and work every day.
And obviously Glentoran Football Club as a whole is massive. I'm sure you'll see that in the weeks to come. Just for the Glentoran fans that are on the men's side and go and watch the men's senior team, what would you say to them to come watch obviously the women's side?
Well, there's incredible players on the women's side, and you're going to get a different type of game. I've only seen one of the men's matches, but we've got our internationals on our team who are really strong players with great backgrounds, and I just think it's a perfect opportunity. The men are off in the summer when we're playing. You've got your football fix all year round if you come out and support us. It's an aggressive team. We're a skilled team. We're a pretty experienced team, so I think it's a great opportunity just to come out and support us and see really high quality football all year long.